welcome back to 321 Adam. I'm your host Adam, and today's episode I'm going to talk about what it's like running a small business. And I'll kind of dive deep a little bit into my own personal small business, Adams Films. I started Adams Films, and I started Adams Films when I was a little kid, when I was 9 years old in 2004. No, I didn't start a legitimate business when I was 9 years old in 2004. No. I started it at home. And I started it with homemade music, and it was me just screaming on a tape at one point, and then it evolved to other things. It was me with stuffed animal dogs, talking like Rocky and Star Wars, and it evolved later and later to actually original movies starring myself and family members, and then I would make music with my dad, and then I made music on my own, my solo career, and it kept evolving. But, by 2015, I started a partnership with a couple people that I went to school with in high school after I was in the AV club, and the thing is that it got nowhere. But you know what? It was a learned experience, and I think if you ever read up on businesses and people, let's say for example, we'll use the guy who started Taco Bell. His name was actually Bell. I forgot his first name, but his actual name was Bell, and this guy started chain food places after food places, and then finally settled on a taco place named Taco Bell. And there was even other places as well before that, but I digress. The point is that the first one's never successful, so that's the point of the story. In 2016, I believe, 2016, I actually took that partnership. I bought them out, the other two people, but we weren't worth anything, which is funny. When you're not worth anything, it's ridiculous. So I took that production, that partnership, I changed the legal name, I amended my business and called it Adams Films. Adams Films became a real live business in 2016. So then, okay, what did we do? I did some weddings, I did some live performances, I did some digitizing of VHS tapes, photo slides, things of that nature, parties. Unfortunately, I've done some memorials for some people. It's been very interesting career. At one point, I actually did a recital. Believe that or not, that was a long time ago. I did that one. And to this day, I've done weddings. Is the most common thing that I do. During all of this, you would ask, okay, how did I get these jobs? How did I build off of job to job? Because that's the point when you own a small business. You have to use your first job to get your second job, and your second to get your third, and your third to get your fourth. And to be successful, it's got to be like a tree. You've got to start with the one job and branch off to another, and then branch off to another, and then branch off to another. Then before you know it, your root just got that much bigger. So then you can branch off here and branch off here, and before you know, you're up here and up here. That's how you want your small business to work. For me, it didn't work out that way, but that doesn't mean that my ideas were incorrect. It means that I didn't have the support I needed, and I didn't follow through correctly. The support. Let's start with the support. Owning a small business is a popularity game. So if you were the kid in high school, like myself, who wasn't the popular kid or didn't really make friends easy, kind of a down-to-earth type person, it's very hard. It's very hard. And that's something that I understand when I said I'm not going to go on my 4-year degree, I'm going to start my own business. That was the most important thing that I learned, I think, was that to be a good business owner is you have to be outgoing, you have to be a people person, you have to be willing to go out of your comfort zone. And there are things that I tried. One time, this is a funny story. One time I said, I'm going to make a town video. I got in my local chamber of commerce. I said, I'm going to make a video about my town. And then the town can use that video to promote the town. And by promoting the town, they'll promote me. And there you go. There's my tree branch. So, I'm like, perfect idea. But I didn't go about it right. there I am walking around town with a video camera filming people, getting the landmarks, the signs, and then one day, police! The police followed me home one day because I took a video of the elementary school sign. I took a picture of the elementary school sign. I pulled in. I had the camera in my hand still, and a parent saw me with a camera, and they thought I was, staking out to do something wrong to the school. So, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not saying I was right or wrong. We're not going there, guys. We're not. But in the grand scheme of things, I went about it the wrong way. I should have contacted the town, contacted the school districts, and done all these things down to the letter and with paper written consent permission. I ended up not making that video. I ended up scrapping the idea. I said, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna do something that's gonna get myself and put my business in jeopardy. But it was a good idea, and I still stick by that. It's a popularity game, though. When I talk to my friends, and now I say friends because here I am. I moved across New York State. My friends aren't the same close friends that I have now. It's really sad. That's another video. But when I tell them, hey, I started this business, check it out, I'll tell you what, not a single one of them friends ever hired me. They asked me to do things for free, but never hired me. I love when I see on Facebook or Instagram, things just pop up suggested because these phones are always listening to us, right? Don't pretend like it's not happening. And things will pop up, Small Business Network, or like I'm in some groups for small business, and people will post these stupid little word images that say, yeah, someone supports, the Kardashians because, for their clothing line, but, if I started one, no one would support me. And it's true. It's 100% true. And then I'll see other things saying, support local business, buy local. And then, so here's the argument with the buying local thing. You go to your local grocery store, like local. Are their prices more money than the supermarket? Yeah, they're more money than the supermarket because they are a small business. So for them to pay a guy to pick the apples or whatever, we're talking like a local farmer's market stand, whatever, pick the apples, it costs them more money than a large corporation who's got machines doing it. And they're doing it on such a large scale that they're able to, they pump out so much more than a regular person, machine, or whatever. So yes, when you buy local, you will pay more. And they say, oh, buy local because it stays in our town, in our community. Which is also true. Then when you pay a corporation, the corporation might be, let's say you're buying from Tops, that money is going to, Tops headquarters, which is now in Albany, but yes, people that work at Tops still live in Western New York. And this is just an example, not necessarily, not going off of one company. So the interesting thing is that when you get people who don't support you locally, and for someone like me, I'm not a business, I'm not a restaurant, I'm a working type of business, like video, photography, that type of thing. And the thing is that they don't want to support you. I think of all my years of friends supporting me, I can tell you one off the top of my head. It was they were dating and they hired me to take photos for them and they ended up getting married. And spoiler alert, I never got hired again after the dating photo shoot. So I guess I didn't do good enough or something because I never got invited. I never got called about we got engaged. We want to do a photo shoot or we're getting married. Do you want to do a video or photos for our wedding? I never got any of that. And I'm not holding a grudge or anything, but I know COVID happened and that kind of happened a little bit. The thing is that when you get your friends hiring you, that's your friend should go, yo, my guy Adam, look, he did a fantastic job. I loved it. And that should go, yo, word of mouth, that's how you sell it. But one wedding, my first wedding I ever did was my friend's sister. They hired me, and I don't think they really liked it. Regardless, I liked it. I thought it was good. And that's what I mean. I've never, ever, in the history of my business, have gotten a job from a previous job. It's always been singletary job. I'll get a job because I knew the guy, or I'll get a job because whatever, they saw my ad on Facebook, or whatever, they saw my ad at a store, or whatever. It's never been, I'm friends with Mr. X, who you hired to do his wedding, and now Mr. X told me about you, and I want to hire you because of Mr. X. It's never been, it's always been my tree root and a branch coming out. It's never been a branch off of a branch. The popularity game. When your friends don't support you, it's so difficult. When your family doesn't support you, that's even more difficult. And the thing that I've learned, and you have to really ram down people's throat, to ram it down their throat when you want to, and that's the thing. Outgoing, you don't give up. You have to really be a people person. And that's something that I've learned. But once again, thanks for watching 321 Adam. I'm your host, Adam. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like, subscribe if you want to see future content, and I'll see you next time on 321 Adam.